India's oldest stock exchange sees a derivatives boom and the mutual fund platform dominating 87% of net equity flows, and it broke all-time highs on Friday, that is BSE Limited. Now talking about the fundamentals and technicals, BSE isn't just a legacy exchange, it's a fee machine at the center of India's capital market boom. Three things are really important. One is the Star Mutual Fund, their mutual fund platform capturing 87% of net equity inflows last quarter. That is structured dominance and not just market share. Secondly, its derivatives are accelerating. As SEBI has approved new BSE index contracts, more products means more revenue, more fee for BSE. And thirdly, the model is asset light. So most of the revenue that drops straight into the bottom line. We can see that the revenue has been increasing subsequently over the past few years, and it is obviously a debt free company, and the return on equity is also more or less in par with the industry average. Now talking about the technicals of the company, when you look at the monthly chart, the company was near its September lows in around 2100, and after that it has just seen higher highs and higher lows that we can visibly see in the weekly chart. And now the September low was near 2100. BSE has built a massive base at 2800 now, and this level held support across multiple tests in November, December, all the way through March. You can see that this level acted as a support. Every time price came back to 2800, buyers showed up and there was a bullish trend. That is not just a coincidence, it is a demand zone. Above that, 3246 was the resistance. Price hit that in the month of February. You can see that in the daily chart that it headed that in the month of February, and got rejected and came all the way back to 2008, around 2800 in March, and now it has exploded back to 3246 with force. So resistance has flipped to support. That is this textbook breakout. So currently, like on Friday, the closing price was 3531. It's all time high. There is actually no real resistance for it when you see it, because it is at all time high, but it has two supports, one at 3246 where broken resistance, and now it has become support is the first line of defense, and the second is 2800, the multi-month demand zone, the deeper floor or the deeper support, and your target would be around 3700. It is marked on the chart. It basically measures the move from the base. It is possibly the first logical exit in the price discovery territory. So, however, you can see that its RSI is about 74.04. So, it is stretched, and there might be some kind of risk involved in it. So, we need to be move with caution. That is why I have set the target price around 3700 for our trade. Now, I'll be executing the GTT trade, which will be around a risk reward ratio of 1 is to 1 1.2, not exactly that. So I will be placing a buy order at a entry price of 3560. This is just above the current price and not the, because we are not chasing the spike. So we are waiting for the price to hold above the level of 3531, and then possibly the order will be executed to ensure that there is actually a bullish trend. So this is how we have executed by GTT. Now I will be executing a OCO for our stop loss and target price. So basically the stop for this particular trade will be 3246. That is the breakout level that we can see in the chart. This was the resistance for months. It just flipped out to become the support. If the price breaks below this 3246 after this move, the breakout was obviously false, and the risk would be about 8.8% at this level, and the target price would be around 3700. The chart's own mark level, like around the possible resistance around 3000. around the 3,700 mark. I'll be placing at 3,650. And so our this will approximately give a risk reward ratio of around 1 is to 1, 0.44. We can place a higher target price of 4,000, but we need to take into consideration that the momentum, the RSI is very high for this particular stock, and BSE tends to be sensitive to decisions made by SEBI. So we need to move with caution here. So I will be placing the GTT now. I'll be changing the order lot as well, like just the buy order. And now we have executed the GTT completely. So the GTT triggers entry, the OCO attaches immediately and ensures that there is a proper stop loss and target price. So we do not have to stare at the screen the whole day, and there is no emotion involved, and the plan executes itself. So we can see that with the profit percentage of about 174% and 87% of its revenue coming from mutual funds in the last quarter, BSE is a fundamentally strong company, but we need to move with caution because its RSI indicates a certain region of overbought. So we need to see if the trend is clear and the levels are safe, and then trade safely. Thank you.